My beloved soul, I welcome you to this moment with an open heart because heaven itself has chosen for you to hear these words. You are not here by chance, not by coincidence, but by divine orchestration. The Lord has guided you to this message because you have been searching, you have been hurting, and you have been longing for an answer that the world could not give you. And now God is whispering, God is calling. God is declaring to you, do not fear the loss of their love, for my love will heal what they broke. There is something powerful about hearing this truth at the right moment, because your heart knows how heavy the loss of love feels. You know what it is to hold someone so close and then feel them slip through your fingers. You know what it is to believe in forever, only to discover that forever was too fragile in human hands. And you know what it is to cry yourself into the silence of the night, wondering if you will ever feel whole again. But the Lord says to you, you will. You will feel whole. You will rise again, because the love they took away is not greater than the love He is pouring into you right now. God's love is not temporary, not fragile, not conditional. People's love may change, may break, may fail, but His love is unshakable. He saw the tears they never saw. He heard the prayers you thought went unanswered. He felt the depth of your disappointment, and He knows the cracks in your heart. And now He comes, not with judgment, not with condemnation, but with healing in His wings. He comes with an everlasting promise. My child, you do not need to fear what they broke, for my love is greater than their rejection. My love is deeper than their absence. My love is stronger than their betrayal. Think of the times you begged for their love to remain, when you tried to hold tighter, when you tried to make yourself smaller so they would stay, when you sacrificed parts of your soul to keep a love that was already leaving. Think of how much of yourself you gave away just to feel wanted, and now you wonder, what was it all for? The Lord says, it was not wasted, because every tear watered the ground for something greater to grow. Every cry carried into the heavens has reached my throne. Every wound is being touched by the hand that created you. You will not be left undone. You will not be left broken, because I am the one who restores. Do not fear their absence. Do not fear the silence that followed them. Do not fear the loneliness that whispers you are unwanted. For in the very place where they left, my presence will fill you. In the very silence where they abandoned you, my voice will comfort you. The very loneliness that tried to drown you, my love will surround you like a shield. You are not forgotten. You are not discarded. You are not unloved. You are my beloved, and my love does not waver. My love does not depend on what you do or do not do. My love is not withdrawn because someone else withdrew theirs. My love does not abandon you when others choose to walk away. My love is the foundation of who you are, and you will stand again stronger than before, because I am pouring life back into the very places that pain tried to destroy. And I want you to know this: healing does not mean forgetting. Healing does not mean pretending it did not hurt. Healing means your heart is restored to a place where the pain no longer defines you. Healing means their rejection does not chain you. Healing means their absence does not control your future. Healing means you can breathe again, laugh again, love again. Because my love has done the work within you that human love could not. If you are listening right now, let this be your confirmation. Let this be the answer to the prayers you whispered when no one heard. Let this be the hand of God reaching into your storm, saying, "Peace, be still." Let this be the reminder that no matter how much it hurt, you will not be destroyed by it. You will be healed, renewed, transformed, because I, your God, have said it, and my word never fails. Beloved, remain with me through this journey. For the words spoken here are not just for today, they are seeds for your tomorrow. Let them take root in your soul. Let them remind you that even when love is taken away by people, The love of God never departs. And before we go deeper into this river of restoration, let me pause to remind you, if these words speak to you, if you know someone else who needs to hear them, make sure to subscribe and stay connected. Because this journey of healing is not a moment. It is a walk with the eternal love of God that will continue to uplift you. Beloved soul, I want you to feel the weight of this truth resting gently on your heart. God's love is not a replacement for what you lost. It is greater than what you lost. It is not here to simply cover the cracks. It is here to rebuild the foundation. For too long, you may have believed that your worth was tied to how others loved you. For too long, you may have measured your value by how much affection you received, by how loyal they stayed, by how deeply they chose you. But hear the voice of heaven today. Your worth was never in their hands. Your worth was written into you by the God who formed you, by the God who breathed life into you, by the God who said you are fearfully and wonderfully made. They may have taken their love away, but they cannot take away who you are. They may have turned their back on you, but they cannot erase the destiny God placed in you. They may have shattered your heart, but they cannot stop the one who holds your heart together. That is why God is saying, do not fear the loss of their love, for my love will heal what they broke. Think about the times you stayed awake at night replaying what went wrong, asking yourself if you could have done something different, if you could have been someone different, if you could have loved harder, given more, or spoken softer. You carried guilt that was never yours to carry. You took responsibility for choices that were never in your control. You have punished yourself in ways God never asked you to. And today He speaks into that place of guilt and says, my child, let it go. Release the burden. You do not need to hold yourself hostage to what they chose to do. Their love leaving was not the end of your story. It was the beginning of a new one. I know it hurts. I know it feels unfair. I know your heart wonders why love had to end this way. But listen, love that is human can falter, but the love of God never will. And the love of God is promised to step into every place of pain and bring life again. Do not measure your future by the love that failed you. Measure your future by the love that has always sustained you, the love that will never abandon you. God is not asking you to deny the pain. He is asking you to trust Him with it. He is asking you to allow His presence to sit with you in the moments when the grief still rises, in the moments when the memory feels too strong, in the moments when you still ache for what you lost. He is asking you to bring those pieces to Him, because only His love has the power to turn brokenness into beauty. And I tell you this, what they broke will not remain broken. You will not remain in the valley of loss. You will not remain in the shadow of rejection. You will rise again, clothed in strength, renewed by His mercy, restored by His love. Your tears are not wasted. Every tear has been collected by the God who cherishes you. Every cry has been heard by the God who is near to the brokenhearted. Every moment of despair has been met with His compassion. And though you may not see it yet, healing is already unfolding in your spirit. Do not rush this process. Healing is not a race. Healing is not a competition. Healing is a journey with God walking beside you, whispering, "You are mine. You are loved. You are chosen. You are whole." Every day He is pouring His love into the places where you feel empty. Every moment He is holding you closer than the pain that tries to overwhelm you. And with every heartbeat He is reminding you that His love is stronger than loss. Do not fear being alone, for you are not alone. Do not fear being unloved, for you are surrounded by a love that cannot be broken. Do not fear that you will never be happy again, for joy is rising like the dawn after a long night. Beloved, hear this. You are not too broken to be healed. You are not too damaged to be loved. You are not too forgotten to be chosen. What they saw as disposable, God sees as precious. What they treated as replaceable, God has marked as irreplaceable. What they walked away from, God has claimed as His own forever. Let the truth begin to settle like oil upon your wounds. Their love may be gone, but God's love is eternal. Their presence may have left, but His presence will never depart. Their promises may have failed, but His promises are yes and amen. You are safe in His love. You are healed in His love. You are complete in His love. Beloved soul, when love leaves, the heart often trembles. It feels as though the ground has been pulled from under your feet, as though you are falling into a darkness with no end. But God is the light that pierces the darkness. God is the ground beneath your feet when everything else feels unstable. God is the anchor when rejection tries to sweep you away. His love is not shaken by the storms of this life. His love does not waver when people walk away. His love does not shrink when others choose to withhold theirs. His love is the only love that endures, the only love that never fails. You may have asked yourself, why was I not enough? But hear the Lord whisper to you now, you were always enough. You were always loved. You were always cherished. Their inability to stay does not mean you were unworthy. It only means they could not see what heaven already saw in you. And heaven has declared you priceless. Heaven has declared you chosen. Heaven has declared you worthy of a love that will never abandon you. Do not fear the loss of their love. Their leaving does not define your destiny. Their absence does not close your future. Their silence does not erase your story, for the author of your life has not finished writing. The one who holds the pen has declared a new chapter, and this chapter is filled with healing, with restoration, with peace that surpasses understanding. You have carried pain, but pain is not your identity. You have carried sorrow, but sorrow will not last forever. You have carried memories of betrayal, but betrayal will not speak louder than the promise of God. He is saying to you right now, my love is rewriting what they broke. My love is healing what they wounded. My love is restoring what they abandoned. My love is stronger than every scar, greater than every wound, deeper than every ache. And I want you to picture this with me. Imagine your heart as a vessel that has been cracked, broken, and poured out. Imagine the pieces scattered across the floor. Imagine how empty it has felt. Now imagine the hands of God reaching down, not to scold you, not to shame you, but to gently gather every broken piece. See how carefully He holds them, how tenderly He places them together. He is not rushing. He is not careless. He is intentional. And as He restores you, He fills those cracks with His love, until your heart is not only whole but stronger than before, more beautiful than before, more radiant than before. What once was broken becomes a testimony of His healing. What once was pain becomes a testimony of His presence. You may wonder, but why did I have to go through this? Why did love have to end this way? The truth is, we live in a world where human hearts are fragile, where promises are sometimes broken, where love can be misunderstood or misused. But even in this brokenness, God remains faithful. Even when people fail, God's love never fails. Even when hearts falter, His heart remains steadfast. Sometimes the loss of human love clears the way for you to encounter the deeper love that never leaves. Sometimes rejection redirects you into restoration. Sometimes loss makes room for the fullness of His love to finally fill you. And though it may hurt now, there will come a day when you will look back and see that what broke you also became what made you stronger. You will see that what left you empty also became the space where God filled you with more of Himself. You will see that what felt like an ending was really a divine beginning. So let your heart not fear. Let your soul rest in this truth. God's love is here now, always. The pain you feel today is not the end of your story. The tears you cry today are watering seeds of joy for tomorrow. The silence you sit in today will soon echo with laughter again. The loss you grieve today will be replaced with peace that surpasses all understanding. Stay close, beloved soul. Do not pull away from this healing presence. Let the words of God sink into the soil of your heart. Let His love become the anchor when waves of grief rise again. Let His love become your song when silence feels too heavy. Let His love become the strength that carries you into tomorrow. And remember this, you are not broken beyond repair. You are not abandoned beyond redemption. You are not lost beyond being found. You are loved beyond measure, healed beyond explanation, chosen beyond rejection. His love is your story now, and His love will never fade. You have carried so much weight upon your shoulders, and some days it feels as if the loss of their love has carved a wound that will never close. You have asked yourself, how do I keep going when the very person I trusted has walked away? How do I stand when the love I believed in has collapsed? But listen carefully, because God is answering those cries even now. Do not fear the loss of their love, for my love will heal what they broke. There is a sacred mystery in the way God heals. Human healing often means moving on, pretending it didn't happen, or learning to live with scars. But divine healing is deeper. It transforms. It touches the core of your being until what once controlled you has no power left. The nights of crying yourself to sleep begin to shift into nights of resting in His presence. The mornings that felt heavy with sorrow begin to shine with new mercies. The loneliness that felt unbearable becomes filled with His companionship. That is the kind of healing His love brings. Not surface comfort, but life-altering restoration. My beloved, your heart has endured storms. The winds of betrayal have tried to tear you down. The rains of rejection have tried to drown you. But God is the shelter that has always been over you, even when you did not see it. He is the roof that did not collapse. He is the fortress that did not fall. His love has been protecting you, holding you, and carrying you through, even when all you could feel was the weight of the storm. And now, as the storm begins to quiet, He speaks this truth into your heart. You will not remain in pieces. You will not remain empty. You will not remain forgotten. My love is making you whole. My love is lifting you higher. My love is surrounding you so that no weapon formed against you will prosper. You may have thought their love was your lifeline, but God says, I am your lifeline. You may have thought their presence was your anchor, but He says, I am your anchor. You may have thought their promises were your hope, but He says, my promises are the foundation of your tomorrow. People's words can fail, but His word endures forever. People's love can falter, but His love never ends. And hear this, it is not weakness to grieve. It is not weakness to cry. It is not weakness to miss what once was. Grief is proof that you loved, and love is never wasted. But grief will not have the final say. Sorrow may last for a night, but joy comes in the morning. And your morning is nearer than you think. Beloved, let your soul breathe in the certainty of God's love. His love is not abstract. It is real, it is present, it is here with you. When you wake in the night, He is there. When you feel the ache of loneliness, He is closer than the air you breathe. When you doubt your worth, He is whispering, you are my child. You are chosen. You are loved. Do not measure yourself by who left. Do not measure yourself by what failed. Measure yourself by the cross that proves you are worth dying for. Measure yourself by the resurrection that proves nothing is too broken to be made whole again. Measure yourself by the love that says, even if everyone else abandons you, I will never leave you nor forsake you. And today, as these words wash over your spirit, I pray you begin to feel lighter. Not because the memory has disappeared, but because you are learning to see that memory through the lens of His love. Not because the wound never existed, but because his healing is greater than the wound. Not because the rejection didn't hurt, but because his acceptance speaks louder than rejection ever could. Beloved soul, you are standing at the edge of a new beginning. The chapter of heartbreak is not the end. The story is not finished, and the author of your story is saying, "Trust me. I am writing something beautiful out of your brokenness. Trust me. I am creating joy out of your sorrow. Trust me. I am making rivers in the desert, paths in the wilderness, and beauty from the ashes. And as you listen, as you allow his words to saturate your soul, I remind you once again, if these words touch you, if they remind you of the God who heals, remain connected, subscribe, and let this space be where you are continually reminded of the truth. You are not forgotten. You are not unloved. You are not abandoned. You are healed in his love.